Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm with Creative Design Woodworking, and today we will be turning a bolt action bullet pen from Penn State Industries. It is the 24 karat gold plated, and the blank we will be using is a unstabilized corn cob. This came from a local field, and next I just need to get this drilled out, get the blank in, and get to turning. So we'll see you in a moment. Alright, as you can see, I've got the blank in and the corn cob on the lathe. Now we just need to get to turning. Okay, I'm down pretty close. Turn this lathe off and take a look, see what we've got. So far we're looking pretty good, and from here on out I believe I'll be using my skew chisel. Okay, I believe I've got the shape where I want it. The next step just depends on personal preference. This actual pen that I'm making here, it was a request that it be like another that I had made. And what I did is I took some stain and I stained this corn cob as if it was wood. All the little kernel spots there, they are, at this point, they are voids in the cob. So we will need to get those filled in. And if we are going to put any kind of dye or stain or anything on that, we need to get that down in there first, and then get it filled in. I am going to prepare for that stage, and I will be right back with you. Alright, we're back. We are now at the staining stage on this, and I am using a Minwax English Chestnut color on this, and I'm just going to dip my little rag in it. Make sure you wet it pretty good so you can get it, let it run down in those crevices there. You want to make sure you get all of them filled in really good. If you have to put too much on, to do so, just do just that, and you can always wipe off the excess. Okay. I'll use the dry point. Just dry it off. Alright, looking good on that section. Okay, the next step will be to take thin CA and just get all those crevices filled in on that, and it makes for a better finish. Let me get my rag here and grab me a paper towel. Get rid of this glove. Get this all folded up real quick like. Bed cover on here. Okay, and I'm going to take my thin CA and I'm going to turn my lathe down as slow as it will go, and I am just going to lay this to it. You don't have to worry about getting it smooth. We are just filling the crevices. That is all we are doing. Let that set up a moment. Alright, pour some more on. And at this step, I would not recommend using an accelerator. If you let it, sometimes when you use the accelerator, if it's a very thick buildup of accelerator, of CA glue, my bad, it will tend to turn that white or a milky look. And at this stage, if you get that milky look down in the little crevices of where the kernels were, you are going to make a mess of that. You will not be able to get that back out. Let's take a look and see where we're at. We're getting pretty close to getting it filled. And as you see, that is just, it makes for a very beautiful pen. A lot of people, they do not know what the pen is when it's made out of this. I mean, they think it's just some sort of exotic wood. I guess, I don't know, I guess it could be in a way, but let's get a little more thin on here. Let that set up a moment. Grab me another towel for the next stage. Get that folded up. Okay, we have several coats of thin CA, and we've got most of the crevices filled in. I have a deep spot here and there, and I'm just gonna move on to the medium CA, and we will finish off building those in with the medium. Just the same procedure. And you can lay it on however thick you see fit. Just let that set up. see if she is set up. Okay, she needs to dry a little longer. And I'll tell you what I will do. I will go ahead and pause the video. That way we're not literally watching glue dry. And once this gets set up and I can move on to the next step, I will be back. Alright, for video time's sake, I just went ahead and I put, I believe it was 2 more coats of the medium CA. And I had a couple of deeper spots. I just kind of dabbed some heavy spots on those and let that cure up pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect at this stage. So the next step to this would be to get your tool rest back out. I don't know if you noticed a while ago, but I did not do any sanding, and that was for a purpose. It was unnecessary. We are getting our skew chisel back out, and all that glue we just built up, we are going to take that off. You can run it whatever speed you feel comfortable. Alright, let's take a look and see what we have. From what I can see, for the most part, they're filled in. There's a spot or two that might have pulled out, and I'll just dab a few spots on that and let that dry. Get that chiseled back off, and I will pick back up at this stage again in a moment. Alright, I've kind of spotted in those spots that we had a moment ago that pulled out. You just do that as many times as necessary. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're still going to put the finish on, the CA finish, just as normal. But we do want to get those filled in best we can at this point. When you're skewing, you want to get it back down to get all of the CA off except for in the holes. That way we can put another coat of stain and make it even across. So let me turn this on, get this smooth back off, and we'll go from there. Hit it just a pinch more. All right, yeah. Okay, we're looking good. Next step is going to be to get our stain back out. I'll find my rag. Put a little more stain on. Let me get this out of the way. It's just like staining any kind of wood. Gonna let that soak in. Tack up just a little bit. Alright, let me get this stain put up and I'll be back.